Now I was going to say putting these on until tomorrow for Tinker Tuesday. But I mean, come on, let's be realistic. I'm not patient enough for that kind of waiting. Should I have a shot of what this looks like before so we can compare the after? Yeah, probably. Before with the lame 1.9 tires that I have a feeling are not actually 1.9. And we will compare this shortly to the Gravel Kings that are going on. I am genuinely interested to see what these rims actually are. The depth of them tells me they're double wall. The age of them tells me they're single. Lame. Single wall. Boo. Yeah, that's not good. If you've ever experienced that, that's a noise you don't love to hear. Don't look. Don't look, we're not done. Okay, you can see it now. Hell yeah. That looks sweet on camera. There is nothing that can transform the look of your bike than wheels or tires. This I have been very impatient for. That's why I had to do it now. I ordered a quill stem adapter. We can change this all later, but this is pretty cool. All right, now that that's out of my system, we can do the Q&A. This place is constantly the best place to sit right now, I think, is my motorcycle. That's what we'll do. So for this iteration of questions and answers, I wanted to go with the theme of starting something new, purely to be in line with Russ, Mike, and mine's new venture, the Alternative Cycling Network's YouTube channel. We do live streams every Thursday. And hopefully as we're going along, we'll be throwing on some also original content that isn't posted on our channels there as well. And to begin, to be completely in line with the theme that I just described, are you guys gonna make videos for ACN besides the podcasts? Yes, that is the plan. We don't know what that looks like yet, but yes. Would I ever try fixed gear freestyle? No, that's what my BMX is for. Is it crazy to relocate to a place near better riding? No, I don't think that's crazy at all, as long as you can make it swing in every other aspect of your life. Literally, when Angela and I talk about the next house that we want to have, that subject comes up every single time, and it's not always from me. Sometimes Angela is like, are you sure you want to live over here? It's going to be tough to go ride mountain bikes, or it's going to be tough to go ride trails. I want to start building my first fixie single speed road bike from an old road bike. One of the best tools needed on a budget. Crank puller and maybe a chain breaker. Like a set of Allen keys that it's all on like one thing. I don't know where it is. This set of Allen keys is nice to have. I do appreciate it when I need it, but growing up I always just used the like combo set that just like swings and you don't. The beauty of it is you always have every size Allen key. The downside is if you lose it, you lose all your Allen keys. Okay, sitting on this sucks a little bit. I keep pushing down the gas cap and I can smell gas. So I'm going to change where I'm at. Have you ever thought about moving your city or country? Yes, definitely. That is something that comes up time to time with Angela and I. I still work a full-time job. If I was making YouTube videos that supported us both, maybe we would flirt with that idea a little bit more. But to do it right now, where it would be tough to uproot everything, yeah, probably won't start that project anytime soon. Have you thought about structured training? I can't remember a video of me riding with power, but it'd be cool to go after a segment or a KOM. This is something that I would have started a little while ago, but I've gotten away from the like structured racing side of things a little bit. I don't necessarily know why, but especially this year, there's going to be zero motivation to do that. I definitely would not go chasing KOMs, but I do like the idea of being a stronger, more fit, healthy rider. Probably the biggest thing that I could improve is my diet. Will I ever start to sell cycling caps? Yes, probably, maybe. I don't know if they'll be made by me. They might just be made the same way that I'm not wearing it right now. The Spin Dot hats are made. How long have you been into bikes, and did you learn all by yourself, or did you finish a bike mechanic course? I've been into bikes since I was probably 4 years old. I did not learn everything by myself. I learned everything by starting to volunteer my time on Saturdays at Ideal Bikes, which was a shop in town. And they taught me everything I learned how to do. And then I got hired on as the only employee there for like 3 years. And I started this vlog at it. If you could move anywhere in the world right now, where would it be? Somewhere warm all year round. My mind goes to Costa Rica because we really do love it there. But I know that we would get bored. We'd get bored no matter where we go. Angela and I are going to be like, geez, we want to go here now, or we want to go here now. So you have so many bikes. What if you started to challenge yourself weekly or monthly and did everything on a massive tire, low gearing bike for a week, then you did everything on a high geared fixie for a week or two. Let's see how versatile these bikes are. Not really a question, but a good idea. I might take you up on that. If you have to cut back on other things that you love to start something new, how do you strategize that? Cut one thing or everything just a bit? Being a jack of all trades, I think I'd probably have to say that I just cut everything a little bit and try to be a little bit strategic about when I can do things over others. Typically, anything that I take on very new will take up the majority of the blocks of time that I have available. And if it is something that I want to stick with, it will find its place in all the other stuff I like to do. Any plans to learn how to make your own bicycle frames? Frame building looks amazing. Yes and no, but yes, I want to be able to build steel frames, TIG welded. I have no intentions of selling them. I would never want to sell something I built. I'm just too self-conscious. What do you do to push yourself to start something new? So when I have an idea of something I want to like start and maybe have the opportunity to get good at, it's generally something that I think about for like 2 to 3 weeks before I'll even really start it. I'll mull it over, I'll reconsider, I'll consider what could happen, what might happen. And eventually if I'm still thinking about it, I'll take the plunge if there's any sort of like financial obligation that would come along with it and try it. I'll try anything eventually if it's something that I'm thinking about enough that I really want to experience. But if there's a really persistent idea that I want to learn or want to try, then that's the motivation right there. You have to try it. If you don't try things, you'll regret it. Worried something might not work and just having a part lay around. That happens to me all the time. And I guess at this point, I'm just okay with being wrong. It sucks to lose out on the money a little bit, but that's the reason why there are so many spare parts sitting on those shelves over there. Eventually, they will find a place to go. I've done a lot of really dumb things, like said, I have this chain ring. I have to build a bike around it. It's an expensive hobby. Would you ever build a single speed mountain bike? Yes, probably a hardtail. Would you consider buying cheap Chinese group sets or frames just to play around with them? Group sets, yes. Frames, no. If you had to suddenly pivot the channel away from its focus on bikes, would you move it to skateboarding, motorbikes, or something else entirely? I would do a channel on motorcycles and cars. The growth that happens with motorcycle and car channels is ungodly, and I feel like my personality would also help with the growth quite a bit. That's honestly something I think about all the time. I'm very jealous that Clayton and Dave over at CO Motorsports, a channel that's local here, two good friends of mine, their channel's at 2,000 subscribers. It will surpass mine, and it will probably do it quickly. So describe the warehouse dream and what a normal day would be like. Do you remember Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory? Do you remember that show? In my head, I haven't thought that that would have been the perfect backdrop, like the perfect place for a YouTube channel. Like, I'm sure it did okay on MTV, but if it was a YouTube channel, kind of like what the guys from Dude Perfect or Unbox Therapy or, I don't know, the Freedom Factory, like all those places, they have these really cool warehouses or places for backdrops of the videos they like to make. And that is kind of what I want my channel to get to. Just vlogs out of this warehouse that would have my office and like editing room with an indoor skate park, indoor dirt jumps, a spot for like working on cars and working on bicycles, working on motorbikes. And basically it wouldn't be a whole lot different than what we do here. It's just, it would be a lot bigger. It would probably be open to people coming and visiting to make videos with. I just know that that's where I would want to work. That's where I would want to work out of. Considering I want to make videos about every single thing I do anyway, why wouldn't it be out of this really cool warehouse that has everything I love, that everybody loves on this channel, that we could document everything through? That's a very loose thought of what the warehouse dream is. I think that question and answer probably deserves its very own video with a lot more thought and maybe even like a layout of what that would kind of look like. Okay. Angela has been texting me this entire time. Her and her sister are having a very hard go with moving day that her sister's going through right now and pleading for help. It is the perfect opportunity to test out these new tires. So far, tire change out, wildly successful. It is crazy how much nicer a good tire feels versus a crappy one. See that house right there? I used to live in that house and I shot all of the shop stopping videos in it. Okay, that's it. That's the end of this video. I'm gonna go try and get a stripped bolt out of a shower.